played well, and I think that the team performance was very good. I think we we trained all week, practiced all week on certain things for the team. Also because a lot of players normally don't play, so we try to do some schemes for the team, and I think that the players who played today did an excellent job. I think that despite the fact we had only one striker, I think that also Eli Allen did a great job also up front, and worked really hard, and therefore I think it was an overall success for the team. It was a team effort that made this all happen, and of course I'm happy with the fact that the development of Edson Bottle, second hat-trick of this season, and he's developing himself really good. It's my job also to make people who they think that they only can do it with their talent, to make them better. I think there's more in players than they show, and the only thing that we do as a staff is give them the tools to play better. And I think that Edson is an excellent example. I think that also Landon is also improving a lot on that perspective, and we try to do that with all our players. And I think today again we have another player who's blossomed, but he's not the only one. I just mentioned two who take more attention in the press, but there are a lot of other players who do the same thing.
With San Jose struggling so much for goals, how fortunate do you feel to be the manager of the top 2 goal scorers in the league?
Of course I'm happy, but it doesn't come just by itself. I think we work very hard on individuals, and you can see it also. For me, the best example for improvement is the fact that if you see I think it was the 3rd goal, how Mike Randolph, he crossed the ball. We practiced a lot of him of crossing the ball. Sometimes they want to hit it too hard instead of just dinking balls into the 18-yard box. And for me, that was the best example for me of a player who practice on certain things and also delivers that also during the game.
Can I ask why you took David Beckham off with only a couple of minutes to go?
I thought the brother of Troy Roberts was on the pitch. I think it was a good gesture also to play Troy himself also to play against his brother, only for 5 minutes, but it was enough.
Ruud, I'd like your impressions, just as a side issue, about your teammate Marco van Basten, and especially when he had the Holland job and coming into the Euros with no coaching experience and the fallout with Seedorf, and yet now 7 goals they've scored in the first 2 games. What do you think about Holland right now?
In Holland we are not. I think we don't treat all players in a good way. If you see, for instance, a lot of criticism on him also. He qualified himself twice already for the tournament. The same happened also with Dick Advocaat. Also, the press saying that he couldn't do anything. He was not good for anything. Van Basten was always the same thing with Frank Rijkaard. Same with me. And if you see how much silverware we all get, Also, Dick Advocaat just won the UEFA Cup, won the Champions League in Moscow, in Russia. Now Van Basten is also doing well. So I think people are too judgmental, and therefore it's good to see that all these players are performing well. Of course, you're not all the time doing well, but we all the time there, progressing all the time, and learning also. As a coach, I'm also still young, and for me, it's good to see that Marco does well. He's an old colleague of me. Frank Rijkaard did also well with Barcelona. After 4 years, of course, the book is closed, but he did a marvelous job. So therefore, I'm very happy about that.
Okay, we'll take our last question.
Yeah, now that you've got a few games under your belt, what do you think of this brawl we call American soccer?
The American soccer, we came here because the fact that we want to improve, the MLS wants to improve. And with the coming of David Beckham, that was already a huge boost to the MLS. Everybody around the world is watching the MLS now. So if more players like his caliber come to the MLS and will teach, you know, the young players especially what they lack, that is experience, and they need to have that from somebody who knows what he's talking about. And I think the MLS, if you see it already, they improve already a lot. If you see games of America also playing against Poland, winning 3-0, of course, at Wembley, impressive. You know, I think that was a bad game, but against Argentina again was a good game. So therefore, I think the overall opinion for me is that the MLS is slowly is increasing. Is also the level is also going up, and the more players who come here, of course, you don't need to have everybody here, but the players that you know that matters, because I think the kids need examples. They need stars, and I think that the game is improving also with the fans. They now realize what it is. It's not only coming because your team is winning. You need to come there because you have to feel it from your heart, and that is something that slowly is growing.
Let's take our last question.
Yeah, it looked like in the first half you were putting a lot of people in midfield and having to make late runs into the box. Was that part of your strategy, and was there something in the Quakes defense that you?
No, the thing is that you just want to see what happens, especially you know if you win the midfield, then you have a bigger chance of winning the game. I had to do some changes in midfield also because Ante played on left left midfield. He played his first match he played. Normally he's left back, so I had to adjust a lot of things. So these players, and also Tadella, need to adjust to the game, and that will take some time. But if you see on the end of the game, all of a sudden they get more courage. They know a little bit what they have to do, and all of a sudden it becomes easier. And that's normal.
Thank you, Coach. We're going to be joined by David Beckham and Edson Love.